Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video say it's a tea break repair. So pause the video, go get yourself a drink, and then hopefully over the next 10 or 15 minutes we can get this little device here fixed. So today I'm sporting a red cherry and vanilla, and I've thrown in a couple of raspberries just to make me feel extra special. So we have a Thesaurus made by SEIKO. I do like SEIKO because I do like my watches, and I like the watches that they make. So with this one here, I bought it for £4 off eBay. I'll flash up the listing in a minute. And when you turn it on, it's definitely got life because I can see the screen does do something, but nothing happens. So if I was to press calculator, and if I was to do 8 times 2, you can see that the screen is dead. So let's get the blue mat out, take this apart, and see what the problem could be. Right, I'm just coming to you from the future now, and throughout this whole video I've been calling it a Thesaurus because that's what I've always called it, and my kids have just corrected me saying it's a thesaurus. A thesaurus. So every time I say Thesaurus, just think in your mind thesaurus. Let's get on with the video. So let's pop the battery out and make sure we have got voltage in there. Okay, so it's a little lithium cell, the 3-volt ones, and this is a CR2025. So I put my meter to voltage DC. Yep, 3.3 volts, that's a brand new cell there. Right, so it's definitely not the cell, which is good news for the video. There's 4 screws at the back here, let's undo them all. I don't think these are particularly old. Obviously now with the Google and you know, the assistants and stuff like that, really this isn't really going to be that useful. But 15 years ago it would have been useful. It's still a nice product. Anything to do with SEIKO is quite nice and also quite collectible as well. Another screw here actually, yeah. Here we go. Ah, no, that's annoying. The LCD is one of these ones that's taped on. Right, okay. I presume the tape has probably just gone a little bit loose over time. So really, we don't, unless the buttons are not working, we don't need to take it apart any further. You can see here there's very little to fix. I was expecting to see things like a crystal and stuff, but we just got 2 blob chips. There's not going to be any components on the other side because look how thin it is here. So yeah, that is it. We've got a few capacitors, and the LCD is glued on. So now I have repaired one of these in the past by just rubbing a soldering iron gently at a low heat across it. So I suppose we'll just have to try that. See what's happening here. Okay, so that's on the back of it there. It's not on this side, it's on this side here, so they're both accessible. Right, well, I'm going to start on this side here. If not, maybe I can get a really tiny tip and just run it across there, see if that makes any difference. Let's get the soldering iron on. So I just watched back my first tea break repair video, and on that one when I was fixing up a depth phone, I started at 200 degrees and then went up to 250 degrees, and that one came back to life. The problem is that had some display. This doesn't really have much display at all. So I'm going to start at 200 degrees Celsius, and my tip is nice and clean on this iron, and I'm just going to gently rub this across here. Oh, that's annoying, I've got solder on it. I'm just trying to remelt the glue, you see, to then push it back down on to the contacts. So it's not like soldering, this is like just, if you can imagine, just conductive, well, just imagine kind of foil with adhesive on it, and then when you put it onto the contacts here, it's just connecting. But over time, I suppose the adhesive just dries. Right, it seems to come alive, doesn't it, when I do the reset. Oh, contrast. Ah, here we go, here we go. I mean, obviously I'm putting massive pressure down. Contrast, right. Surely the contrast weren't just out the whole time. No, because it goes when I do that. Right, let's leave it at that. Enter. Welcome to the Oxford Thesaurus. So now, where am I putting pressure on? Is it here? Press any key. Enter a word. Right, now let's turn it off. Back on again. Yeah, okay, so it's working there now. Let's just pop the battery out, pop it back in. I just want to make sure 100% it's just the screen and nothing else. It's just weird that it only worked when we press reset. Yeah, there we go. Right, so it's when I put pressure on this part. How about the top part? Really, it's anywhere on the screen. So, I wonder if we were just to put extra pressure on those pads at the back. The bit I'm unclear about is, if it's glued in place, why does it need the pads? Why does it need these pads here? Pressing down on here, what difference is that making? We've got indentations here, but that's just putting pressure on that there. That's not putting pressure on the ribbon cable, so why does that make a difference? Unless, is the ribbon cable itself a bit dodgy? Let's see. Just going to wiggle it up and down. No, okay. Right, well, I can see that there's heavy indentation on these pads here. So, if I was to peel them off, I've got some foam pads here. I'm going to measure up. I might use these, or I might actually cut some off the tape itself. Well, it's better because I can just hold it here now. I'm going to, I wonder whether that would do now when I actually do the screws up. Let's give it a go before we take it any further. I'm just going to fill in these gaps here as well, make sure it's all covered. So I'm going to leave the skin on them because these here weren't sticky. They were just like dry foam on this side, while these are sticky. So I'm going to leave the cover on it so that it's possible to take apart again in the future. Right, we're nearly there. Yeah, you can just see that there's lines missing on it. Let's take it apart again. I am going to put the soldering iron back on again. We're nearly there, but you see there's definitely parts missing, even though I should have now even pressure across it. So even when I'm putting pressure down here, can you see that they're not coming back? So maybe the soldering iron did fix it, but it also needs pressure on it. And you know what? Having these on here, I suppose, would make this closer to the ribbon cable, because at this moment in time, let's pretend now that this top one is stuck perfectly and it's just a bit iffy on here. This circuit board is screwed down, so this isn't going to move. But by putting pressure on this here, you are actually bringing the ribbon cable closer to the board, aren't you? Because it's all on the top here. So as long as this top one is stuck down right, by pushing this down, you are actually going to make this a better contact. I'm going to spend longer in each spot now. Now that I definitely know it is the ribbon cable that's faulty. You know, I think I'm going to go slightly hotter. I'm going to go up to 280 degrees Celsius. Just do a little test here, make sure it doesn't burn right through. In fact, look, is it just me, or can you see the black bits are now going grey? Well, not the black, you know, that dark brown are kind of going a lighter brown. So, right, see these ones, this one at the very end? They are, aren't they? Yeah. Right, I'm going to try that before I do any more. There you go, look at that. Perfect. Oh, look at that. I know I'm putting pressure on it, but I haven't got the screws in yet. Right, I am going to run with that. So I am going to put a little bit of Captain tape over the back part of it, do all the screws up, and hopefully this SEIKO Thesaurus will live once again. There we go, I am happy with that. Okay, we ready? Ta-da! Perfect. Yeah, excellent. To end this demo, press any key. So let's go to calculator. 5 times 5 equals 25, divided by 2 equals that, times by 5. Yep, minus 2.5 equals, perfect. Right, Thesaurus. Let's go to, will there be another word for this? Soldering? No match, haha. Right, let's do, okay, soldier, that's the one that is maybe thought I did a misspelling off, so let's do that one then. So there's 4 related to that one: fighter, warrior, trooper, and warmonger. There we go. Right, spelling, spell checker. So if I was to do D-E-F, whoops, clear, D-E-F-I-N-E-T-E-L-Y. That's, if anybody's watched Line of Duty, that's one from there. Checking. Correction list. There we go. Definitely spelt that way there. What else is it bringing up? Oh, okay, different words there. Well, there you go. What a nice little fix. Games. What's going on here? Select a game. Hangman. Right. Let's select your skill intermediate. Here we go. Right. Let's start with the vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Not bad. Not a bad start. T, R. Uh-oh. Ended in a U. What would come after a U? God, I'm useless. Try L. Uh-oh. What would come after a U? Did I do T? Already used. Ooh. Calculus. No. Calculus. Already used. Oh God, what's that going to be now? Caps. Is that a herb? Oh, yeah. I can't even say it. 1 second, let me see how to pronounce it. Capsicum. Yeah, it's a pepper, like a red pepper. So, yeah, just a fancy name for that. So there we go. What a nice little device. And it seems to be working perfectly now, which is fantastic. Not bad for £4. And is it going to last? Do you know what? I don't know. I don't know now that the glue has gone hard by melting it again. Will it last as long? Because obviously now, if this has lasted 15 or 20 years, however old this is it going to last another 15 or 20 years, or has the glue already broken down? Maybe it's only going to last a year and then it will fail again. I really don't know. Only time will tell. But, you know, it's fixed as good as it can be for this moment in time anyway. So I hope you enjoyed your drink. My drink is long gone. And yeah, I will see you very soon for another Trying to Fix and hopefully more tea break repairs in the future. Take care, everyone.